friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. It feels like it's been an eternity since I've been on here. I've been plugging away over here and managing to get things done that I want to get done, and it's really exciting. Thank you guys so much for the support of my first official box, and I already have big plans for December, but there's some things I want to pass by you guys because I'm torn. So I'm going to put a poll out there. I'm going to hear what you want. So hold on one second. I'm going to flip you guys around. We're not going to discuss that right now, but what we're going to discuss is I am going to actually make something Christmassy today. So I know that you're probably like, oh, it's too early. It's too early. No, it's never too early. So I was sent Jamie sent me from the Bead Obsession some Snowflake coins. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have, and we're going to make some stuff. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, take a look at these beautiful coins. So they have that AB on the Snowflake. So you're picking up like some of the blue and everything else in those beads. Aren't they so pretty? So the one is a red check glass with the snowflake on both sides. And the other one is like an opaly white with the snowflake on both sides. So we're going to make a couple pieces of jewelry. I think we're going to make a couple bracelets, and at least that's what my plan was going into this. And they're going to be both very different. One is going to be super snowy, and the other one's going to be traditional. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so what I have with me is, these are actually some of the the gold line fire polish beads that I got from the Bead Obsession. And these are the spacers that came in a box from like 2 months ago. I'm still using them. I use them so much. I absolutely love these spacers, and they are fantastic. So we're going to be using those probably throughout all of our designs. I did bring some stuff in from my own stash, besides being from the Bead Obsession. I have these little pearlescent seed beads that I want to use for this. I don't know if we'll use these with this, but I was planning on using it with this. And then I have this, it's like the Candy Jade. It's a graduated strand necklace that we're going to take apart and use some of the beads from that. So this is going to be our traditional palette, and this is going to be our snowy winter palette. So that way you can, if you're not a Christmas person, you can still celebrate those holidays by, don't make it traditional. Make it just whatever it may be, like whatever colors you love. If you like blues, like icy blues and whites and, or just, whatever you like. So for this one, we're going to use some Snowflake Extreme. This is the sterling silver. It's okay that it's silver. We're going to mix up some colors because there's silver in this too. And then this is the fine. So we're going to use this today. And look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? And the reason why we're using this is because I want to be able to go in and out these beads using some of these seed beads and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and open up this strand here. I haven't even picked out a clasp yet. I have no idea what I want to do. I might just either just go like regular straight up toggle, or I don't know. I don't know yet, guys. But I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out quick. All right, so this one is going to require us to use 3 strands, okay? So we're just going to measure loosely around our wrist because these are going to go like in and out of larger beads, okay? So let's cut this off. And then I'm going to cut 2 identical strands just like it. Like so. And you can do so much with the coin beads. As a matter of fact, I might just hold like 2 aside to do a cute pair of earrings to go with it. I haven't decided yet though. We'll see. We'll see how, if it ends up looking like I want to do that, then I might do that. But I mean, you can get so much just out of 4 beads. And there's one little tiny little bug flying around here, and I can't seem to get him. So if you guys see him, just say hi to him. He's apparently my friend. All right, so we are going to gather these up And let me figure out what I want to use for, I might just use a traditional lobster clasp because, I mean, sometimes that's just the easiest, right? So, but we're going to use a little bit bigger one. Let's do that. And then what we're going to do here, we're just going to, I think I'm just going to leave it like this and not put anything on the end yet. But we do have, because I've learned in my lesson, we have these. So when we need it, we'll use it. Let's string on one of these right in the middle, and we want to put all 3 strands in. That's why I'm using the fine, because all 3 of them will fit right through that check glass bead. And not 3 strands of like thicker material will fit through your check glass beads. Okay, so I'm gonna measure, you know, I totally forgot, I should measure this so you guys know how long of the strands I have. I'm a space cadet some days, guys. So they're about 13.5 inches each. All right, so this is approximately in the middle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just kind of work on one side and see how we like it. So I'm just gonna close it off right here. And then we're gonna dump some of these seed beads out. These are 11 O's, and they're just like your little rounds. Nothing, nothing earth shattering or anything like that. So, and we're gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I can get away with just using one bead, and then I can do earrings with it. You know, we might use some of these, so I'm just gonna pull a couple out. And then let's do the same thing here. So we're just gonna kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the same right here. Just want to show you all the fun things you can do with these. And I will actually put the link where you can find these snowflake beads. And then while you're over there, shop around, look for stuff that'll go with it that you like. And I remember looking, but I don't remember what other, if there was any other colors or not. Because I go through and I look at things so quickly that I just kind of forget. So we're going to put this little spacer here. And then we're going to take one of these gold lined check glass beads and put it on like that. Take another gold line bead. Oh, not a gold line bead, I'm sorry, a spacer bead. Yep, he's really wanting to learn how to bead. He's like just kind of hovering around here. I chased him, like he was just kind of hanging out in the living room, and when I came in here, he like followed me like he wants to be my friend or something. All right, so we're gonna do another 5 of these. And if I could just grab them and kill them, I would be so much happier. So this is going to be our like little wintry icy bracelet. And then we'll make a really pretty little wintry icy pair of earrings to go with it. We're looking at really simple stuff. This is super simple stuff that we can all do. And, this might be something like fun to make like a bunch of these bracelets and give them to your friends at work, or if you have a ladies group, or like a little thing at church or something. This would be something really fun, because then everybody could have like a really cute little holiday charm or a little holiday bracelet to wear. It would be a lot of fun. And there we go. And we're just going to keep doing this. Oh, got him, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to show you the carnage. I apologize. All right, put this one on. And then you know what? I'll end up with an extra snowflake bead. Maybe I can do like a little keychain or something with it, a little wintry keychain later. I plan on trying to make some stuff like that too. I'm going to have a giftable series, kind of like I did last year. And I don't know, I'm trying to remember. I think I did it when I had my own channel. I think I did it on my own channel. I don't remember though. But I have some fantastic gifting ideas, you guys. I've been brainstorming for months on about like holiday gifting and holiday decor and just all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. And I'm hoping that we can, you know, dig through our stash, find our holiday beads online or in the store, and just have a good time together. Oh, look at how pretty this is going to be. Oh, look at the light that captures. Isn't that gorgeous? Jamie, you got some great beads over there. I'm loving it. All right, so that. And put that one on. All right, so let's see how, because if this goes halfway around my wrist, then we know we're done with that half, and it does. So right here, and that'll be perfect because then I'll put my clasp on and we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and do that right now. The thing is, what we're going to do is I'm going to use my Softflex crimp tubes. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of these out because we're going to need them. Oh, that one's really long. Oh, because it's a 3mm. I think I accidentally ordered like the wrong size on some of these, but that's okay. It was a 2x3 that I ordered. That's fine. Sometimes we want longer crimps. I just need to order some 2x2s. Or number 2s, I mean. All right. So we have our clasp, but now I'm kind of wondering, is this clasp going to be too big? Maybe I should grab a smaller one here. Yeah, let's do the smaller one because I just worry that if it's going to be that big, that it's going to be too loose, and I kind of want this to be a little bit of a snugger bracelet. All right, so we have our crimp that we need to put all 3 strands through. So a number 2 crimp tube fits perfectly over several strands of the fine, the Softflex Extreme fine wire. And then we're going to put our, oh, I don't need to go through all of them. Never mind. We just need to put our clasp on one. And then we're going to take the end of our tail that has that one that our clasp is on, and we're going to put it back through that crimp. And we can just slide that crimp up. All right, and so just like that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and use our magical crimpers. And we'll give this a good crimp. Turn it on its side. And just crimp all the way around. Like that. And then we have a nice little ball there, and then we can get rid of these little strands. So I'm going to get in there with my cutters. Get down in there as close to that crimp as I can and just trim that right off. So now we have that. And then we're going to trim off these two little extras here, wherever they may be. Sorry about that. Somebody shut the door, slammed the door outside, and it shook all the doors in the house. All right, so there's that. Do I have any others? Huh, must not. Okay. All right, so let's take this off so we can straighten our wires back out. There we go. And then we're just going to feed our beads up to our little crimp. There we go. Just keep sliding them down. Like an abacus. There we go. I'm kind of thinking I want to put one of the gold spacers here. Let me take this off for a second. And then let's just put one of these gold spacers on here next to the, so it's not too much white right next to each other. All right. So now we got our gold spacer. Oh yeah, this is pretty. This is gonna be really, really pretty. Put our coin bead back through. Yeah, that looks much better with the little gold bead right there, doesn't it? Let's put another gold spacer bead on. I want to cut these so they're like the same. It's bothering me. There we go. All right. Now we'll put our spacer on. And then we can do our 5 seed beads on each strand. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one. There we go. All right. Our gold spacer. Our gold line check. Our spacer. And then our seed beads. There we go. And again. See, it does go together pretty quick. Once you have a plan and you figure it out, it goes together pretty quick. And this is something that you can do that's just different from, maybe what you do all the time. I know I just do a lot of single strand where I just string one thing on and we're good to go. And then, but then when I do something like this, I'm like, wow, that really does make a difference when you just add a little bit of something extra in there, you know what I mean? Whether it be dangles or, an extra strand so you can do, some seed beads that go well with it. It's really cool. It makes a big difference, I think. Okay, and then looks like we need one more set of our seed beads. There's that one. Oh my gosh, my dog is going crazy upstairs. Shane just took him upstairs to go to bed, and he's going berserk up there. So that's what it is. It's not a herd of elephants in my house. It's my dog. All right. And there we go. And our last bead, and then we'll grab a jump ring. Grab that real quick. If I can figure out what I did with my jump rings. I've been cleaning. So as you guys know, whenever I clean, I lose things. So here we go. And I just need a little jump ring. And we're gonna make sure that little guy is closed all the way. All right, let's put our crimp tube on. And just slide that down, but don't let it go inside that spacer because it will get lost in there. And we put our jump ring on. And just like the other side, we're just gonna kind of let go of two of those strands and just use our one single strand. And we're gonna put through our crimp. And then we're gonna see if we can just get it through like a couple of these beads, like this one and this one here. And that should be good. Oh, where did you go? There we go. And let's pull that down. We want this to stay kind of tight because you want your seed beads to be all nice and like snug as a bug in a rug. I'm just gonna push those strands out of my jump ring there so they're gonna be easier to trim off. And we'll save these strands because I could use them for something else. But we're gonna also make sure that our ends look pretty close to the same, which they do, so that's good. And then let's come in here and let's crimp our crimp tube. And then let's finish it. Crimp again and then crimp all the way around. Like so. That looks nice. All right, so let's snip this one off and save that strand. And then let's cut these two off and save these strands. There we go. Here is our first holiday theme bracelet. It's a little snowflake. So let's put it on. I'm gonna take my other bracelet off. I have another bracelet on, so I'll just take that one off for now. Roll up my sleeve. And these are those kind of bracelets where you can stack them with some other ones. Like even if you just have like some little gold chain bracelets that you'd like to wear, you can just add it right to your collection. Okay. And there it is. Look at how pretty that turned out, you guys. Isn't it pretty? And it fits really nice. It's not too snug, it's not too loose, it's perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and make a pair of earrings real quick. And I think for this one, I kind of want to use these. This is my last pair of these ear wires. I don't even remember where I got them from, but I love these. They're really, really pretty. So we're just gonna do something really super simple. We have an extra, so you know what that means. We'll make something else with that probably in another video. And then I need some head pins and a couple eye pins. So I'm grabbing that. And we're using the gold. All right, so what I'm thinking is I don't think I'm gonna use any more gold beads. I think we're okay there, but we might use some more of those. but I think we're gonna do like a nice long dangle. So we'll do like this and this and this. Okay, and these two will be on eye pins and this will be on our head pins. So let's grab that. Got some eye pins out. And because my eye pins always get all crazy in their little baggie, let's try to remedy that a little bit. Just kind of straighten them out a little. There we go. All right, so let's put a seed bead on. And then our beautiful check glass, gold line check glass bead. I love gold line beads or any kind of metallic line beads. They're just so beautiful. All right, and then we're gonna do a simple loop. The only one we're gonna do a wire wrap loop is on the bottom, and that's just because we're gonna be using a ball head pin instead of a regular flat head pin, and they're a little bit thinner gauge, so we'll wanna wrap it. So there's that. And then we need a head pin or an eye pin for this one. Okay, just give it a good little straighten. All right, and then we'll use our little seed beads just to have it popped up off the end of the circle there. If you guys are seeing how bad my cuticles are already and you're not used to seeing me like in the winter, it gets really bad for me. My skin is really bad. I have to use like that. Like I've been using, I've used Udder Balm, I've used crack cream, like my hands crack, like the cuticle area and everything. And they're just terrible. It's not even winter yet. It's just like still fall. All right, so now we just need a head pin. Straighten him out. And then let's put our seed bead on. There we go, and our other seed bead. And then this one is our wire wrap loop. So the ear threads, you can get those at a lot of different places. I honestly, what I would do is I would just Google ear thread ear wires, and then you'll be able to find a place that has them. They're not the most common ear wires, which is why like I literally only have one pair left because I don't use them super often, just because I know that they're not super common, but I guarantee you'll be able to find them. All right, so, but you can also do this with regular ear wires too. I just wanted something super long, and when you're using these ear threads, it tends to make your earring that much longer, which is really fun for me. I just wanted these to be super duper long. And we'll try earrings on at the end of the video so you guys can see how the earrings end up looking on a human. And we'll just pop that little baby right on there. It's got a little ring right at the end for you. And, oh, cat hair, sorry guys, cat hair. So this is what it looks like. This go through your ear, and you just pull it down to like right about like this, so it just kind of anchors in your ear, and this is what your earring will look like. All right, let's make the other one real fast here, and then we're gonna take a minute, and we'll get the other one going too. All right, so we need our seed bead, gold line bead, seed bead, and then do our simple loop. Let's roll that back. let's get our next one. This one's actually pretty decent. Put our seed beads on. And here we go. And then we need our little head pin. Just give him a good straighten too. Oh my goodness, get on there. I like had no problem putting the little one on there, but then when it came to the bigger one, I was like, not working out for me. We're gonna make another small little loop right here. And we'll do our wire wrapping. And then we're just going to keep it on our round nose pliers. And we'll just do a nice little wrap about 3 times around right on above our bead. Make sure there's nothing pokey. Straighten your loop. And then let's put this one together. Jamie, again, thank you so much for sending me these beads. These have been really fun to work with. And they've really kind of inspired me because, you know, I don't buy a lot of holiday like beads. And now I kind of really want to because I guess I'm always afraid of having too many themed things on hand. But why? It's not like beads expire. I mean, I have beads in here that I've had for 5 years. So I'm going to be placing a check glass order from the Bead Obsession. And you guys, I put the discount code for you in the description below. If you've never shopped at the Bead Obsession, you get to use that 20% off one. And if you have shopped, you still get 10% off. And you guys, free shipping at $35. Seriously, free shipping. All right, so check these out, you guys. Check these out. All right, very pretty. All right, we'll try those on a little bit. I'm gonna clean up what little bit I got going on here, and then we'll be right back. So for this one, I'm thinking I might wanna make a necklace. I don't know, you guys, I'm kind of feeling very necklacey. And of course, we wouldn't use this, well, maybe we would. I don't know, I'm just feeling super necklacey. So I think we might do that. Let me just go ahead and, I'm just gonna undo this. And I'm gonna try to sort these by like size so I don't lose my mind in a little bit here. So these are all the same size. So I'm just gonna pull those off. And these are all about 6 millimeters. I got every single tool right in front of me. These are about 6 millimeter size. And I'm thinking, how can I make this like super duper interesting? These are 8s. These are 10s. Got a couple 12s. And we got a 14. But the 14 we're just going to set aside. Not sure what we're going to do with that yet. All right, so I want this to be very fun and very traditional, but also like just like really fun. Like I want this to be something that I'm going to love to wear. So I'm thinking if we did something like, if we had like it did like a Y like style necklace and did like maybe, I don't think we're gonna use that big one because that big one's kind of huge. All right, so if we did like a Y style necklace, we could do like this. Ooh, actually, I think I would like to do the gold, and then the green. Or do I want to do the green in between? Or do I want to do a smaller green, like an 8 millimeter? and do like these together, this and this together, like that. Actually, I think maybe we would just do, like, let's do it. Okay, so if we do a pendant, and I think if we did like our green here and our gold. Ooh, I just had an idea. I just had an idea. Okay, so we're gonna keep one off to the side. All right. So if we did this, and we did like, just did like all these on their own little head pin, except for these two together, maybe on an eye pin. I think, is that going to be too big? Will that go through our eye pin? Let's test that now so we don't like start being all silly later. We'll test it right now. Let me just put that on here. Oh no, that's perfect. All right, so then if we have that and we do one of these up here, maybe go like this. And then this is our dangle. That would be cute. You know what? Let's do that. All right, I'm gonna, now that we have a plan, and you know what? We can do a front clasp, you guys. And this is our Christmassy dangle. And then we can do a couple pairs of earrings that, you know, replicate that. Okay, I think we've got it, you guys. We've got it. I'm gonna grab a clasp and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is turning into quite the journey. Well, we know we want to do what we want to do with our pendant. I am not finding a clasp that I like, so we're gonna make one. We're gonna make like a hook. So I've got some 18 gauge gold wire here, and we're going to just go ahead and grab it about 8 inches. All right, so here's this, and then we're going to make a loop. This is too small for what I want to do, so I'm going to grab my ring mandrel. We're going to make our own, like, kind of like a hook and eye type situation here, and I'm going to put it at like the size 7 on my ring mandrel, and we're just going to make a circle, kind of like if we're making a ring. All right, we're gonna have one side longer than the other. All right, so like this. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's okay, because we're going to adjust it. We're gonna do stuff with it. We're gonna turn the short one up, and then we're going to very carefully and slowly use our hands and wrap the long one around just a couple times. Make it like a nice like fat wrap like that, okay? And then we're going to trim that off. Now the nice thing is you don't need to work hard in this or hammer it, because it is stiff. It's not going anywhere. Let's straighten it up. Squish in anything that we don't want, but I probably will hammer it just to give it some texture. Okay, and then we're going to make our loop. And we're going to use, oh, I think I want to use this one. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't want to do it that way. We're going to just go like this. I have it the wrong way. I want to use the second from the smallest. And just roll it back. Okay, and then we might have to play with it a little bit. Sometimes it's just easier for me to use my round nose pliers. Where are they? All right. So if you don't have a clasp in the metal that you're looking for, Make your own. All right. I should have left it just a hair longer. It would have been easier for me to make a better loop. That's okay. I figure if I move it around enough, it'll be all right. And then we're just going to kind of like squish it down with our pliers, all right? Just kind of, when you do that with your pliers, you are work hardening it. So if you don't have a hammer, you don't need it. You can just go with your pliers. And as a matter of fact, like right here next to the wrap, I'm just going to squish that to kind of flatten it out a little bit. So it's like that. And see, now I don't have to do anything with it. It's not going anywhere. But I do kind of want to make sure that it's a little bit rounder. So I'm putting it back on my ring mandrel and just kind of rounding it out. And then we're going to make a little bit of noise for a second. I'm going to grab my hammer. And where is my little bench block? There it is. Right where I left it last time. If I can get it. It was buried under a couple things. Put our bench block on our table. And I want to use the ball peen side, the little rounded side. And I'm just going to make some dents in it, okay? So I'm going to pause this while I do that so I don't drive you guys crazy. When I'm done with this side, we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is. I got a nice texture on it. I know it's hard to see on camera, but there's like if I move it like this, you can see a little bit of a texture, and it's on both sides. So there's our loop, and what we'll do is we'll string it like this and have this hanging right here, but then we want to have like a little hook. So we're going to get out our 18 gauge again, okay? And this one, we're going to need about 6 inches. Cut that off. All right, just kind of warm it up with your fingers a little bit because this is stiff. It's like super duper stiff. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bail making pliers. I'm going to use my largest one here. I'm going to go about 2.5 inches in like this. And we're going to take our shorter end and we're just going to wrap it around like this. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Pull that off. Now you got kind of like a shepherd's hook, right? All right. Then next we're going to just kind of take that, go back down there again. I have it the wrong way. And now we have our hook like facing away from us. And we're just going to give it a little squeeze back like that. All right. And now I'm not a hook professional, okay? I'm not a hook professional, but I do like to make these every so often. So that's what we're doing. So now I want my loop to be about the same size as my other one. So we're just going to do like a wire wrap loop here. And yes, it's going to be difficult. Okay. It's going to be, it's going to be something. All right. And then we're going to just bend that back. And then we can hang on to it. Don't worry, we can fix all of our little things when we're done here. Let's get the meat and potatoes made first. And we're going to do about 3 wraps. Like so. And you can straighten those wraps. And you can straighten your loop. And if it's not perfect, don't worry, it's organic. Remember that, it's organic. All right, and then let's trim this part off. We can squish that down. And there we go. And then right here at the end, you're just going to get it in there and you're just going to turn it back and do a tiny loop like this. All right. So now we want this to be closer together though. So we're going to push this together. So this is what it looks like. If I was off camera, I am so sorry. So it's going to look like this, and then we're going to be able to just take it and loop it through. And that's what it looks like. So really easy to do, guys. Just play with your wire. Get some wire that you don't care as much about. Like maybe you have some craft wire that you're not super fond of, and just play with it. All right, so I'm going to get the bench block back out again. And we are going to match this with this. So we're going to do our little ball peen hammer action. And we're just going to make some texture. And this will work harden it, but it's already like super hard. So you don't really have to worry about it too much. All right, so there's that side. That side's done. We'll flip it over. Do the other side real quick. Just adding some dents. And then there we go. And now it is like super hard. It's not going anywhere. All right, so we're done with that. We can put our hammer away. We can put our ring mandrel away. And now let's get to work. So we're going to hang our strand from here. And this will hook in like this. It'll be really, really super cute. And it's good because then our string won't like pop through there. So let's work on our pendant first though, right? So always want to work on our pendant first. I'm just going to set my little hook aside. And let me get my eye pins here. So we said we want to do, we already know that one's going to be on a ball head pin with this. So let's do our little wire wrap loop on that one. And there we go. And then this one can go on an eye pin. We'll just make a simple loop here. Oops. And we can roll that back. And then this one's going to go on an eye pin. And we'll do the same thing here, simple loop. This one's a lot longer of a video than what I intended it to be. We really opened up a can of worms with this one, but I hope you guys are learning something fun. I hope you like it. I hope you are liking it. All right, so now we're going to use this as our eye pin for this one because I think there's plenty of space. If there's not, then I'll just do it over. It's not a big deal. All right, so I'm just going to bend that over. This is just the other half of our eye pin from our bottom one that we, our second to bottom one that we used. So got our gold and our green. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that opposite because I think this loop is gonna be a little bit bigger, which will be perfect for our pendant, for our little hook and loop there. And there we go. All right, so this little guy will just pop right open. And we'll put him in here. And then next we have our snowflake. Oops, I had it the right way the first time. Our snowflake. And then this bead. And the rest we're just going to string. And it's going to be fun. and I'll do like half of it, and then I'll come back and do the other half, do the other half off camera, so we don't have to take so long. And here we go. That's super cute. That's going to be adorable. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and start here. I have some Bead 49 strand beading wire. And I'm just going to measure this around my neck like I do. And I think I want this to be, I'm kind of like in the mid-chest area necklaces. I do like some longer ones, and I do like some shorter ones too, but this one I kind of went right in the middle. So no matter what kind of shirt, like if you're wearing like a sweater or whatever, it would look really cute with it. And let's just wrap this back up so it doesn't make me lose my marbles. All right. And then we can take our gold crimp tube, put it on our wire. And then feed it through here. So we have it just like that. And then we're going to use our magical crimpers. And just crimp it down. And then all the way around. And now we have a nice little bead. Beautiful, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I know that we're going to want to save we're going to want to divide these up so we have even amount of the sizes. So there's 6, so we went 3 and 3. And then we have a bunch of those, and we have a bunch of gold beads. Okay, so we're going to start with our gold bead. And then we're going to actually go our gold bead. We're going to do, actually let's do, gold bead, then our 6 millimeter. And I think what we'll do is we'll do 3 of our 6 millimeter. And then we'll do our gold bead. Our 8 millimeter. A gold bead, and then our 10 millimeter, and we're going to just chase each one of these with a gold bead. All right, so like that. And then we want our 12 millimeter. So we're not using our biggest one right down here. We're having it up a little bit higher, and I think it'll just like bring the attention up a little bit, which I would really like to do that in different styles. So then we'll grab our gold and then our 10, and that way we're using those larger sizes too, closer to the bottom of the necklace. Oop. And then our 8. Oh, that's a 10. We'll hang on to that 10. You know what? Maybe we'll use the 10 in the earrings. So here's our 8. Our gold. And then 3 of the 6. There's 1, 2, and 3. And our gold bead. Okay, and then around the back, we're going to be doing mostly our green 6 millimeters with the gold. So this is what our strand looks like right here, and I think that looks really, really cute. This is going to be adorable. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I'm going to do some stringing back here, and then we'll meet back around the end. And I know that I'm going to want to start my little segments right in this area here. So right about here. All right, guys, I will be right back. Okay, friends, I think we are really close to right where we want to be. I already took the last three 6mm beads and moved them over here, so I wouldn't use them all because I do want to end this the same way. But I think we can use another 3 here, which that'll be it for our 6mm. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3, and our gold bead. All right, so I know it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? So this should match up to this, and then we're going to start doing our other one. So we need one of these 8mm and a gold bead. And then we need the next size up. Yeah, okay. I'm like, wait. And here we go. And this guy, big old juicy one. I keep wanting to grab these two that are stuck together. I'll just have to snap them apart from each other. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm like, am I doing this right? Because I'm going backwards. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. What's going on? And then we need our 8mm and a bead. And then our 3 6s. 1, 2, and 3, and a gold bead. Whoa, come back here. All right, so that's that. And now we're going to hook this onto here, onto this part of our clasp. I was going to hook it onto the wrong thing. I wouldn't be able to get my necklace on. All right, so when we go in, we're going to go like that. So let's just put this on here. And we're going to run this through a few beads. While I was stringing, I had to check my phone because all of a sudden I had like a little bit of a panic attack. I'm like, oh no, it's Chrissy and Colleen's thing. Did I miss it? And I had to go look it up and looked at the time like, oh no, it's fine, okay. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to miss that, you know. And it's over at the Gemstone Orphanage. So we've been doing some stuff with the Gemstone Orphanage a lot too. And Steve and Debbie are really so much fun. And Chrissy, she's the moderator over there on the Facebook. And she's also a jewelry artist, just like the rest of us. And yeah, they're just a lot of fun. And I can't wait to like hang out with them. I guess they're both dressing up for Halloween. I know by the time you see this, it'll be too late for that. But hopefully, even if you did miss it because you had no idea, then you will go find the Gemstone Orphanage on YouTube or Colleen or Chrissy and join in and watch them because they're a lot of fun people. All right, so there we go. And that looks really, really cute. And let me just trim that off. I'll try this on at the end with our earrings, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is already like so darling. Look at this. This turned out really cute. And yeah, it's gonna hang a little bit different, but that's okay. When you get it on, it's gonna be totally different. So let's just be happy that it turned out really, really cute and I'm loving it. And there's our little dangle. All right, so next let's make our earrings. So I have some lever back ear wires that I pulled out here in gold. We're gonna have one extra of these guys, so I'm gonna put him with my white one because we'll probably do something fun with that. Put that green bead over there too. Maybe this can become a keychain or a bracelet or something. All right, so we have a 8mm and a 10mm, and I think we should kind of do it resembling this. So if we did like our 6mm, actually no, you know what? Let's do 8mm, 6mm, and then this little guy down here at the bottom, and we can do our little gold balls on each one because I'm going to want these to be all on their own separate piece. Okay, so we're going to do it like that, and it's going to be really, really cute. Okay, so we need a couple eye pins again. I'm going to grab 4 because we're going to need 2 for each earring. So there's our 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 ball head pins because we're going to need 1 for each earring. There we go. Put that in there. And let's go ahead and just start at the bottom. And get rid of my crimpers. We don't need those. We're not crimping anything. And then let's put our little gold ball on there. Our snowflake. Super duper cute snowflake. And then our gold ball. And then we just need our round nose pliers, and then we can do a wrap loop here. Oh. Straighten our little loop. Trim off what we don't need. So have you guys, I don't know if you've seen or not, like it's been all over like different social medias, like people decorating for Christmas. And, you know, a lot of people, like last year, it was very like the popular thing was like minimalist or like aesthetic colors. So people were doing like sad beige decorations for Christmas and stuff. And now this year, the trend is Ralph Lauren. And I'm like, okay, so I'm watching this like thing about it. I'm like, okay, so you mean traditional Christmas colors, like the stuff that we all helped decorate our parents, you know, like at the family Christmas tree, you know, with all the like traditional, you know. I'm like, okay, so that's really the same thing as that. But you know what, in a way, it's making me happy. I just wish people didn't spend so much money on it. You can create a Christmas collection, you know, by just adding something to your tree every year. And it's like some of the money people like, and I feel like it's such a waste too to like change your theme every year. You know, if you want to have like a couple trees in your house and have them be different themes, I think that's really cool. But to be honest, you guys, most of my ornaments, like I buy like one thing every year, and my mom gets us an ornament every year with our names and the year. But other than that, it's like stuff that I've had since like my children were babies. And then the rest of it is all like I love it when people make me ornaments. I have a lot of handmade ornaments. I've made a few ornaments. My kids have made ornaments, and I'm just, that's my thing. I love that. Love that kind of stuff. All right, so let's hook all this together now. And we're going to do one of these. And here. And then last but not least, our darling snowflake. Oh my goodness. All right, that's a super cute long. See, I'm making some long earrings tonight, guys. I must be in the long earring mood. If you want shorter earrings, you can definitely just hang this little guy right there, you know, or just knock one of the beads out of there or something. But you can definitely do this shorter. You don't have to do it as long as I'm doing it. I just know that, like, I love long earrings. I do love short earrings too. I wear a lot of short earrings. But I think especially when it's like sweater weather, like long earrings are so fun for me. I think because we're like hiding so much of ourselves underneath these bulky sweaters and coats that we got to have something fun and sparkly to make us happy. All right. And there we go. Let's go ahead and snip that off there. Fix that little, got like a little bit of a metal piece hanging out there. All right, and then let's do our eye pin. And then our last eye pin. This one's really, really squiggly. And then I'll be able to clean up my mess, and then I can go take my shower and get ready to watch Chrissy and Colleen having fun on their live. And there we go. Fun stuff. And yes, I will make sure I leave the link. Anything that I bought at the Bead Obsession, I will link that in the description. And then I'm going to get ready to place a holiday order with them for this, like this weekend, because I really, really, really love everything that she finds. And yeah, it's amazing. And there we go. Oh my goodness, these turned out so cute. Oh, I love them. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try them on real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I took my necklace off already that I was wearing earlier today. So let's try the green on first. And yes, this may not match my outfit very well, but that's okay. Oh, that turned out really cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. Very traditional, very fun, very, very fun. So there's that. And let's put the earrings on. Ooh, yes, I like that. I love these earrings. I'm gonna wear these all holiday season. The whole holiday season. Let me turn this so you can, whew, it's bright. All right, so now maybe you can see how it catches the light. Oh, look. Isn't that pretty? You know what else these would look really great with too? Labradorite. It would look fantastic with that. All right, so let's take the green and gold ones out. And you guys remember the white bracelet, our snowy bracelet. Oh, look at that with the light. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And then let's put our ear threads in. It feels weird when you do it. See, so just like this. Isn't that cool? That's fun. Yeah, these feel really weird when you're putting them through your little ear hole. It's like, ooh, that feels so weird. But, and they stay really nice. I have one ear hole that's just a tiny little bit smaller, and I always have a hard time getting some of these thicker ones through. Well, let's just pretend it's through because I'm not going to force it and hurt myself. But isn't that cute? Turned out really cute. All right, guys, I hope you really liked this one. This was a lot of fun for me. Jamie, thank you so much. This has really put me in the holiday spirit. Look at how pretty these are. Oh my gosh. This has really put me in the holiday spirit. Look at these. It looks so good. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.